Hey there YouTube, AC Productions here, and today is the day. Also, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I do motorcycle content that you really can't find anywhere else, including how-to videos on installations. You pretty much name it, I probably have it. Just look at my video feed down below. If you look at videos, you'll see a whole bunch of videos that I got out there. Anyhow, today is the day that I wanted to hit before it actually gets cold out here in Illinois, as we are moving into the September month, so I'm not sure how many good riding days we still have left. And I wanted to do a video on the Gsxr. I wanted to see how far we could go on the Gsxr until we completely run out of gas. I'm talking about like where you just stall, there's no more gas in the tank. Because I did do a video here. Let me go over to the R3. And here is the R3, and I did do a video, I did do a video on how far you could go once you reach 1 bar of gas on the R3, which it actually starts to blink and then it actually goes into a different mode. I forgot the mode, but I'll have a link right up here in the video about that particular moment and stuff. So you'll be able to see that video of how far you could go. I think it was around 40 or 43 miles once you see the 1 bar flashing of range. But even though when the bar is flashing, you get in a panic mode because you're like, man, how far can I really go? So on this particular video, when I did with the R3, I did it when I was on the highway. So that was highway use, and I try to keep it at a steady speed limit pace. But this time I wanted to do with the Gsxr, right over here where we are with the Gsxr. With the Gsxr, I wanted to do more of a scenario of not highway, more like stop and go traffic. You know, if you happen to live in the city, I live out here in the country, so it's going to be just a little bit different. I'll be able to go a little bit further on each, I'm guessing on the red lights and stuff, but it's still going to be stop and go. It's not going to be highway. So we are going to see on how far, once I reach to the 1 bar of gas, how far we can go until we completely run out. Now don't worry guys, I am going to have spare fuel tanks with me, so when I do get to that run out of gas part, I will be able to put a little bit of gas in there so we could actually get to the next gas station. So let me show you where I have those gas tanks located on the bike. Alright, so we're looking at the Gsxr right now. Sorry, I got my jacket here because we're about to ready to go. But if you look right here, I have a Nelson-Rigg bag that's made for gas cans, and I got 1 gas can here on this side. And then if you look on, well, if I move my jacket, you could see that I have the other gas can here. And the way I have it kind of with the loop that it comes with around the rear foot peg. And then I have the other part attached to really my bag, you know, for a little more security. If you don't have a rear tail bag on your bike, you may have to look for a different way of hooking these up. Another way of actually connecting or carrying extra gas cans, if you don't happen to have this particular bag for it, you could actually put it in your backpack. Now let me show you that. So here is my riding backpack that I normally take. You know, you could have just unzipped this and put a gas can in there, or you could put it with the Nelson-Rigg travel luggagey thingy or whatever. I have no idea what it's really called, but on the posting of this video, I'll probably have it up here or whatnot of what it's really called. Anyway, you could put it in there and you could stick it in here, or you could actually, mount it to the outside of the bag. So if I was on a more longer trip, I would, put both of those fuel containers on the outside. I would just, rig it up to this strap and whatnot, and on both sides. All right, guys. Enough of me talking. Let's hurry up and get out on the road and find out. Right now I have approximately around 60 miles or so of fuel. But let me go ahead and turn the key and let's see how much fuel. That's the good thing about the Gsxrs, is that it actually tells you how much fuel you have left until you reach 0. So right now we're looking at 63 miles of range until we run out of fuel. We're gonna test the theory out. Let's see how much. I'll get back to you guys or record again once we reach 1 bar of fuel, and then see how much range it shows, and then just take it from there. Alrighty guys, now you can see that I'm over at the gas station. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Now I'm not in the gas station because I already ran out of gas, but I did find out. I'm glad I checked. I should have checked before. That's my gas cans are pretty much empty. There is nothing in here, and I'm glad I checked. So I'm gonna have to fill these guys up, and then we'll get on the road, and I don't have to worry about really running out of gas with nothing on these tanks. All right, guys, I'm gonna fill these up, and yeah, then we'll just catch you guys on the next section of the video. Alright guys, we are down to 1 bar of gas, and I'll show you that in a second, but as you can see, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I had to pull off to the side. I wasn't really on this road, I was on the road over there, which you guys could kind of probably see some cars, maybe. So I was on that road over there. So I was looking for a spot where I could kind of pull over safely, and unfortunately in these country roads, you could see there's not much road. It's a little bit gravelly over there. So I decided to kind of turn. I saw this intersection coming up, so I turned over here, and now we're on kind of this farm area, which was a perfect spot to kind of pull in over here. It's a gravelly as well over here, but you know, at least I'm off the main road and safe. All right, guys. So let me show you the bar, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to reset the mileage. That way we know exactly. I'll probably do 2. So if it's anything like the R3 where the bar kind of disappeared and went to no bars or whatnot and started flashing or whatnot, then I'll do another one, because we have like 2, an A and B for mileage. So right now I'll reset A to be 0, starting off with the 1 bar, and then we'll see, and I'll just leave it until we run out completely. And then, but if the gauge cluster does flash, I'll go into mileage B and reset it there to see how much, you know, from the flashing point. I guess that's when it goes into reserves, if this bike has any, and we'll calculate the mileage there. Alright, so I'll show you the bike. Alright, so here we are on the bike right here. As you can see, we have 43 miles left. And okay, it was showing 1 bar. Now it's showing 2. Maybe it's because I have the bike leaned over. So what I'll do is, I guess I'll just straighten it up. Once I see the 1 bar again, I will reset mileage A, so we could see, you know, if really that's amount of gas that we, or amount of miles that we have left until we run to empty. But I think that there is a little bit of reserve, so we'll soon find out on that. But I just kind of want to keep you guys posted. Alrighty guys, as the fire department, it has to make like some noise as I'm riding. Anyway, I wanted to do an update. I only have like 9 miles left to go, and yeah, so let me show you the gauge cluster. I noticed that on the last portion of the video, as now I got to pause. Alright, so let me show you the gauge cluster. So like I said, on the last part of the video before I got to this point, I noticed that not the bar itself was flashing, but there was a little gas tank flashing, but I'll show you that right now. So let me show you. All right, so here we are with the gauge cluster. As you can see, I have approximately 9 miles left of range, and then this is the little icon I was telling you about right there, which is a little gas station fuel thingy that's flashing. On the R3, the bar, like this one over here, was actually flashing, but on the Gsxr, it's this one. All right, well, I'm gonna continue riding until we get to 0, and then see what happens. If at 0 miles of range left, if it actually cuts the engine out, or if I'm able to still keep going. Right about there, you guys can see that we have 3 miles left. And I noticed that now, sorry my finger got cut, but now we have the gauge, or the gas tank thing blinking, and we also got the bar blinking. Alright, we're going to continue on and see what happens. Alright guys, here is the update. It is still flashing, but now I have no miles. You guys can see it. I know it's kind of gonna make it dim. Alright, so you can see I have 0 miles. Things flashing. So now I'm gonna go into trip A, reset it, and we'll see how far we could go at this point. Alright, so here is trip A. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and reset it so we know how many miles we could go once it goes to pretty much until we die out on gas. So I'll go ahead and reset it now. Alright, now it's reset. Well, let's see how much we could get out of the tank. Alrighty guys, we finally ran out of gas, and I can't believe how much further we got when the gas light was actually flashing. So let me show you. Alright, the results are in, and there you got it. 15.3 miles after you see the gas gauge indicator, both the gas tank and the bar flashing. So, and then also note that, you know, it also depends, you know, it's plus or minus a few extra miles over here. You know, if you're carrying a lot of stuff with you, or if you're just riding with no gear, you know, so just give or take, you know, how much stuff you have with you on the ride. Now, let me see how many miles altogether when we hit that 1 bar. Oh, not that one. All right, so 52.2 miles altogether. All right, guys, right now I'm going to fill up on fuel, as I do have the 2 gas cans that I showed you earlier. So let me go ahead and fuel up, and then hit up the next gas station, which luckily for me, it wasn't too far that way. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to go ahead and fill up. Here's the bottles that I use. Again, for these gas bottles, I'll have a link down in the description down below so you guys could purchase some of these, because definitely these are a lifesaver, especially when you're out on the road and you never know when the next gas station is going to come up. Alright guys, as you can see on that last one, I did spill some gas over here, and that's why we need to get that funnel, and I need to get that funnel so that doesn't happen. That's precious gold right there. Anyway, alright guys, so let me go ahead and close that, and then we will go here and see how much gas that gave us. Alright, we got 1 bar, and it's not flashing. Alright, so we have enough to get to the gas station. Like I said, gas station, it is that way, and it's not too far. Alright, so let's get to it, and then yeah, so let me see if it actually tells me, now that we filled up a little bit, on how much gas we have left to get there. I'm not seeing it. Let's see. Alright, so each bottle was 30 ounces, so that is 60 ounces of fuel, and 60 ounces of fuel will get you 15 miles, and that is more than enough for us to get to a gas station. Now note, now that we know how much miles we could go on a very empty tank of gas. Alrighty guys, we finally made it to the gas station, and quite an adventure that was. If you guys found this video helpful, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and before I forget, you know, if I always come across a product and I think it's pretty good, I always mention it to you guys. So the app that I found that was actually pretty cool is called Upside. I'll have a link down in the description down below of the website for that app, and you can, if you're on your phone, that'd be even better. You can just download the app, and then I'm going to also have my promotional code that'll give you an additional 25 cents off for gas. Not only is it good for gas, it's also good for restaurants, gas, and you know, if you like coffee or whatever, who doesn't like coffee? Good for Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, and groceries if you want to use it for groceries. So you actually get money back, and everything gets transferred into a little wallet, and you can cash out anytime. So that's extra money for you guys. Also, I've used the app just because I was bored one day, and I decided to go on the app and you look for any specific gas station, click on it, and then just go. You know, most of the time, you know, you can find actually a pretty good route just by picking a gas station spot and just taking a ride. So I've done that a few times, and I found some pretty cool roads. Don't forget, if you guys have any comments, also put that down below. Catch you guys on the next one. And also don't forget to share my video if you know anyone else that's not sure how far they could go on their Gsxr 1000. And then lastly, if you guys want a video of a different type of motorcycle and you're not sure on how far you could go on that type of mileage or whatnot, post your I would say ideas down below, and I'll try my best on looking for that type of motorcycle and riding it until I run out of gas, and then go, share with you my adventures. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.